It's Friday night, and we are going to acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
What up, Mox?
Guys, you know what time it is. Friday Night Smackdown. Let's get into our review of Friday Night Smackdown. Pretty much all things Roman Reigns. Get right into it. The show started off with Sonya Deville inside the ring, and she's introducing all the champions minus Roman Reigns. She just goes down the line. New SmackDown Tag Team Champions, SmackDown Women's Tag, and US Champion, all that stuff like that. She's cutting that big promo. Then she's going to introduce Roman Reigns. I like this. Paul Heyman came out, but he came out to the old Roman Reigns music, which I was like, what? They went back to his old music, and it was Paul Heyman came out. He cut a tremendous promo about Roman Reigns, about how these guys are all these people here are title holders, and he's the only true champion in WWE. He said he would come out and talk about being a champion at his own leisure. Then you would have Bayley come in the back of the ring. She comes in, she talks trash to everybody except Apollo, because obviously Apollo's the heel on that stage, and she beefs with Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair gets in the ring. Here comes Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. A big groan from everybody. They're back. They beat her down, and then you have Tamina and Natalya helping out, and it turns into a 6-woman tag team match.
Yeah, this segment felt pretty pointless and pretty useless. Besides the Paul Heyman part, where he just basically, shits on the rest of the company and be like, "This is like the golden goose right here, Roman Reigns,"
yep.
Which we all know is true. But we could have just started a 6-women's tag team match. We didn't have to go do this whole 15-minute thing for no apparent reason, but just to have this 6-woman tag team match that was decent to begin with of a match. Do we need the 15-minute promo for no reason? It just made no sense.
No, they should have started the show with the match rather than doing this. The only reason they did this is because they announced the fans are coming back July 16th in Houston.
We knew that already.
So yeah, we all knew that. I've talked about that news and rumors like for a couple of weeks now of the rumors that being starting. That was the weekend they picked. It's gonna happen in the great state of Texas. That's where they're starting at, and they're moving from there. So it's all that good stuff, and that's all it was. It was a pointless beginning thing for nothing, and just. Roman's too damn alpha for everybody on the damn roster. So the match was what it was. 6-woman tag. It was what it was. Baszler, Jackson, Bayley get the win because Bianca's going for that somersault springboard thing off the ropes. Bayley grabs her, pulls her down. Natalya attacks Bayley, and then Baszler catches Natalya with the cure for the clutch. And that was pretty much the end of that. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I think they got to do something kind of out there crazy when it comes to Bayley and Bianca. I don't know, have Bayley try to hit her with a car, do something like, you know what I'm saying? Like when all else fails, hit him with a car. But do something crazy, like do some crazy crash and burn type of story booking. So to get this more like, I don't know, amped up and more exciting for this feud between them two.
This feud is very just like run-of-the-mill, your basic heel baby face thing where she's like a super baby face and this one's being an asshole heel. It's very redundant. It's not, they're not. I guess they're just going really easy with it. I guess that's what they're trying to smooth Bianca Belair's champ. I don't know, but yeah, it would be nice some crazy thing happen, some attack or something interesting, because it's just your run-of-the-mill heel baby face. There's not much to it.
Yeah, there's really not much to it. The next thing on the show is King Corbin. He's in the ring. And then he's going to face Shinsuke Nakamura. Remember, Shinsuke took his crown last week. Then we have somebody show up with a electric guitar, and it's Rick Boogs, right? He's there from NXT, and, he's cutting some sick licks on the guitar, whatever. And then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, and he plays along with Shinsuke Nakamura's music, killing it. Music, killing it and absolutely just lighting it up. Sick entrance from Nakamura, Rick Boogs. I was like, this thing was like super over with me. I was like, this is like legit shit. Now Rick Boogs, I've seen him before. He's on NXT. I've seen him on YouTube. He's a strong ass guy. Checks out some of his weightlifting videos. But this is awesome stuff. It's kind of like when they had different other people play his entrance music for him, the guy with the violin, somebody with the guitar before, all that. So it was cool stuff, and Pat McAfee was super into it, but it was a good way to kind of hype up Shinsuke Nakamura, right? He came out and he felt like the closest to the old Shinsuke Nakamura that we felt in a long time. And that was the best thing about it. Nakamura gets the win because Rick Boogs, cuts a sick lick on the announce table. Boom, distraction, Nakamura gets the win.
I don't think you needed the distraction to win, especially if you're coming out with that huge entrance and you're making me feel important. One of the greatest moments of me being a fan at a wrestling event was 2016 in Brooklyn, TakeOver. Shinsuke Nakamura came with that entrance, and the entire crowd was nuts for that entrance and just him and his whole energy. Just leave him be, let him do that, and you have a great star. There's no reason to have to, need a distraction for you to win against Baron Corbin, like without a crown. It doesn't. I don't know. It's just, come on, just let Shin be Shin. Damn it.
Yeah, but this is like the most excited I've been about Shinsuke Nakamura in a long time, and it's just the entrance. He doesn't have to do a ton. It's all about the presentation of Shinsuke Nakamura, the energy, the vibes he gives off. It's all you need really for Shinsuke to be like important.
And then he just goes in the ring and just annihilates people with his hard kicks and all his and the King of Strong style stuff. And that's all you got to do. And they failed to do that. They did it so nice in NXT for that year he was there, and they just have completely shit the bed on the main roster.
Yeah, definitely. Now the next thing on the show was the most important thing on the show, obviously, because it's the champion parade of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out with the right hand man, the main event, Jey Uso, and he comes out with the counsel, the special counsel to the tribal chief, Paul Heyman. He comes out and he talks about him being a humble man. So he's not gonna talk about himself. He's gonna let his counsel do it for him. And I love Heyman's kind of feeling like it's been something bestowed upon him to be allowed to rant and rave about Roman Reigns, and that's what he goes on to do, and just goes heavy into the whole Roman Reigns this, Roman Reigns is that. It was really good stuff, and I thought it was just tremendous. The whole package just works so damn well. And then Cesaro comes out interrupting after the tremendous match they had at WrestleMania Backlash. His arm is like in a sling. He's gonna come out, and I thought the funny thing was that his music is playing. He comes out and Roman Reigns is like, turn this bum's music off. I mean, the guy's too damn savage for his own good, but Cesaro was out there. He wants another matchup. He gets attacked by Rollins from behind, and Rollins, like a crazy man, curb stomps him like 3 times.
Rollins continues this amazing assault with another stop, this time out of the steel.
3 times, injures him. They stretched him out later on. The crazy look in the eyes of Seth Rollins after this was really good stuff. Rollins doing some of the best work of his career. This gimmick, this shtick he's got going is really good stuff, and we'll see this probably culminate in a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell. That seems to be where it's going, but it was a solid segment.
Yeah, I mean, Roman Reigns, just killing it every night. Every time he's there, he steals the entire show, steals every segment he's in. It's ridiculous. Him and Paul Heyman, greatest thing WWE's done in 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not 10 years, but very close. But so good. Seth, this new Seth is awesome. I love the Seth. I'm excited to see this match in Hell in a Cell. It should be great. Shield members, history's all there. 2 of the biggest stars in the company. It writes itself. It's perfect. It's. I love how they're going from feud to feud to feud with Roman, and then they all make sense and they're all flowing nicely into each other. So yeah, the run continues. But again, no need to take the belt off the tribal chief. All right, he's putting food in WWE's mouths because he's that damn good. So just let him be champ. I'm serious about this. We need to have Roman Reigns do a year to 2 years of being champ. That hasn't been done in the longest. It should be done now because there's no one even he's in a stratosphere. He's in a completely different league. He's by himself the best thing in wrestling by far.
Yeah, I'm with it too. Now, could we see a 2-man power trip between the two of these guys? I would like to see it. Rollins and Reigns as a 2-man power trip, be good stuff. Okay, so this would later on lead to Jimmy Uso talking to Sonya Deville and asking for a tag team match with him, him and Jay, the Usos, going against the Street Profits. That'll be set up for next week. Now, he runs into Jay in the backstage. He tells him, Jay, we got a tag team match, all this good stuff. And he's like, dude, you should have told me. I gotta let Roman know. I owe him that much. All that stuff like that. So he meets up with Roman in the backstage, and the subtleties that they do with this relationship is so awesome because he gets up and he acknowledges his brother. His cousin, and he says, "Look, your brother set this up. Whatever. He's selfish. He's like, it's us, right? Like we." And he says, no, he's selfish, your brother. We is the tribal chief and my right-hand man. And breaking that whole relationship down, really good stuff. And then he embraces him and hugs him. And you see the face from Jay. He's kind of torn, like he don't really know what to do. Really, really good stuff. Really great camera work. Really great shots. Really great. I don't want to call it acting, but I guess acting from both guys. It's just really good stuff. And then it would eventually lead to Street Profits cutting a really solid promo on the Usos, especially the Jimmy impression by Montez Ford was really good stuff. The small little like rhyming from Angelo Dawkins, good stuff there. So we'll see that match maybe happen next week.
Yeah, I mean, great promo. Everything was solid. I enjoyed the entire segment. And again, that whole tribal chief family thing is just, you can't beat it. It's just it kicks ass every week. Let's go Street Profits. They've been kind of floundering for the last few months ever since they dropped the belt. So let's hopefully they come up and they're back in, getting the smoke.
Yeah, now sticking with the tag team division, we have Dominic and Rey Mysterio come out, the new tag team champions, the first ever father-son duo. Great moment at WrestleMania Backlash. Dominic Mysterio taking on Robert Roode in a matchup. Mysterio gets the win. Nothing much to talk about here. I think the tag team division leans a little bit of a freshening up in SmackDown, maybe an NXT call up, or maybe I guess the Usos really the only thing that could probably spice it up a little bit, but maybe another team in the fold should be brought in. So it's not much to talk about here, but it is what it is.
I mean, I just think we have to kill this Dolph Brood Mysterio thing just enough. Like the Dirty Dogs, it's been going on for too long. Let's move to something else. It's just been too long.
Yeah.
Change it up. Like what's with the Mysterios after having that feuds with people for like a year? Just what's the point? Just enough.
So the best thing coming after this thing afterwards is the Fatal 4-Way match. So we have the Fatal 4-Way match, and I kind of think like they had a promo from Sami Zayn beforehand, how like the whole conspiracy thing. I kind of hope that at the end of this whole conspiracy angle they're doing with Sami Zayn, he's actually right in the end. I think that would be an awesome angle if he's right at the end of this whole storyline, and there is an actual conspiracy against him. I think that'll be probably like the best storyline they could possibly do. And let's say he wins IC title back or whatever, but I think him being correct about there actually being a conspiracy against him in WWE will probably be an awesome storyline to play out. And that moment where you do the reveal, like, oh my God, there's actually been a conspiracy. This guy's not, out of his mind. But whatever the case may be. But they had the Fatal 4-Way. It was Owens, Zayn, Big Langston or Big E Langston or Big E, whatever you want to call him. Apollo Crews, obviously, and they're having their match, right? And it's a tremendous Fatal 4-Way. It's a long one, right? It goes a long time. And in the end, you have a surprise appearance by Aleister Black. He cut the video package, the vignettes of the past couple weeks. He cut one tonight on SmackDown. He comes out, hits a perfect black mass on Big E, clocks him over the head, and
his stare set at Big E. Apollo Crews now back. Black mass. Black with black mass
over the head, and allows Apollo Crews to get the victory. So looks like Hell in a Cell will probably be Big E versus Aleister Black in his first match back. Now he's coming back. He's taking on Big E. Do you do the loss there? Because Aleister Black can he really lose in his first match back? I don't think so. So it's a tough call, but it looks like that's the feud that's headed. Aleister Black versus Big E. Yeah,
interesting kind of build for Big E and Aleister Black. Definitely interesting. But that you're 100% right on that. Can Aleister Black lose on his first time back? No. But can Big E lose too? I mean, I don't know. Do you want Big E losing? So I'm pretty sure some kind of a smash finish there. But great match by everybody involved. I like how Apollo is still champ. It's important. Keep him the IC champ. But it was a very so crappy, more towards crappy SmackDown. But this match really saved it.
Yeah, it really did, because there wasn't much else going on in SmackDown entirely, and it's like a match that they could have had at WrestleMania Backlash rather than like the zombie match, right? They should have had this match. This was an awesome match.
Well, there should never be a zombie match ever. So
exactly.
Lumberjack matches are terrible anyway, and then you throw zombies.
It makes it even worse. But guys, that's a review of Friday Night Smackdown. It's all Tribal Chief anyways, whatever. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you drop a like on this video, hit the chair in the corner for hits you first, and sub to this channel. Check out the last couple of videos I dropped, the problem with AEW video, the partnership between AEW and Impact Wrestling not working. I got another one. I think might have two dropping, one tomorrow, one Sunday. Make sure you tune into, because there's going to be bangers of videos there. So make sure you tune into those, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in for this review of Friday Night Smackdown. We'll catch you guys on the next one. For this Murphy, bro, do not do the job.
Later, box.